We will work together as much as possible to coordinate to make sure things are going well. But every country gets to make its own decisions about how to best keep their citizens safe.
The American border is about to open to Canadians who want to drive across, and it couldn't happen sooner. But should we be traveling? Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist with the Toronto Sun. And to say that we're getting mixed messages on travel from our government would be an understatement. They've made it clear for some time now that they want the U.S. border to open. Heck, most of us do. And we want to be able to go to Florida. We want to be able to drive down to a sunny destination when winter comes. That's the dream for many Canadians, but the official policy of the Government of Canada is still avoid all non-essential travel. Well, it's a bit odd that that has remained their policy since around March 2020, and yet this is government that has seen its ministers jet around the world on junkets for international summits. We saw the Prime Minister in Britain back in June. He is going to Rome, Italy shortly for a G20 summit, and then possibly on to Glasgow, Scotland for the United Nations Climate Change Summit. Just this week, of course, we see that his finance minister, Chrystia Freeland, is in Washington for a summit, marrying his trade minister. She's off in Sorrento, Italy. Is it essential travel because it's government, or is it just essential travel because they want to do it? All of these conferences have video conference options, but they're not taking them up on that. Of course, this is a government that also warns you against traveling inside Canada, as Health Minister Patty Hajdu did over the weekend, saying that doing so can spread COVID from community to community. But wait, we just had an election where political leaders, journalists, their entourages flew from community to community. They went across the country. They held rallies. They held gatherings that exceeded local public health limits. But that's okay. Just like the trip to Tofino for Mr. Trudeau is okay. If you are starting to get the sense that they don't really believe the advisories they're putting out, you might be onto something. Now, let's be clear, even though it says avoid all non-essential travel to anywhere in the world, and specifically for the United States, they say avoid all non-essential travel, the government website also does make it clear that, well, the decision to travel is up to you. Here's what it says. The decision to travel is your choice, and you are responsible for your personal safety abroad. We take the safety and security of Canadians abroad very seriously and provide credible and timely information in our travel advice to enable you to make well-informed decisions regarding your travel abroad. There you go. It's your choice. It's your decision. It's your life. But why is the government still saying don't do something that they themselves are engaged in? It's another example of do as I say, not as I do. It's another example of a government policy that needs to be updated. If we're not supposed to travel, if we should be avoiding it, then so should the government. If they're going to do it and it's okay for us to go away to a hotspot vacation, then they should update the advice. But this mixed messaging only confuses people, only makes them believe that, well, too much of what's going on around COVID and measures to try and prevent the spread is nothing short of theater. And that is where we're at when it comes to travel. Let us know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Make sure you share this on social media. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel.